Hello everyone, welcome back to your own channel. How you guys are doing? So today we'll be continuing our Saturn transit series, and we'll be covering next ascendant today. So now we are not doing ascendant, we are doing how Saturn transit will be based on your moon placement for a particular ascendant. So we already covered Leo ascendant, Virgo ascendant, and today we'll be talking about Libra ascendant. So when moon will be placed in different signs for Libra ascendant, how it will going to behave for this Saturn transit, which will be starting from March end, and Saturn will be transiting in the sixth house in sign of Pisces for Libra ascendant. So as I mentioned in my earlier videos also, that this video of moon series will be little I would say not confusing or complex, but yes, not that straightforward as an ascendant, because ascendant would be a fixed one sign, one house, and then you see a Saturn transit and you can start making the predictions or start looking at the things. But when we are talking moon in different signs for a particular ascendant, then there are a lot of things to be considered. So first of all, when moon will be traveling to second house, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th, whatever the sign moon will, house moon will be transiting, based on the sign we have to make the or check the things, right, or do the analysis. Then which house lord moon is, that will also come into the picture. Then as from ascendant, it could be, it will always be sixth house, right? But with moon coming onto the different houses, it could be fifth house, it could be fourth house, it could be third house, so it will keep on changing, right? So then you have to mix all those things while making your analysis, not just simple looking at the sixth house and you start your analysis. So that way it could be confusing for a lot of people, but I would recommend to watch the video again and again in a or maybe in a slow mode, so that you understand what we are talking and what we are discussing here, uh, based on when moon will be placed in the different sign for a particular ascendant. So here ascendant thing will be considered, but we are not going to discuss that. We'll only be going to discuss when moon will be placed in different houses from, sorry, Saturn will be placed in different houses from moon. So now we are talking about moon lagan. So now let's start the video. So when moon will be placed in the second house of Libra ascendant. So now we're not talking about the Libra. We are talking about moon ascendant, moon lagan, and moon lagan is now Vrishchik. Sorry, that is Scorpio. Okay. So Scorpio, so from this lagan, Saturn will be transiting to the fifth house. So now we are not going to analyze the result of the sixth house, because sixth house results will come when we look at it from the ascendant. But from moon ascendant, it will be giving us the fifth house result. So whatever the fifth house indicate, that doesn't matter because it is in the sixth house. Whatever the fifth house indicate, like fifth house indicates childbirth, speculation business, your creativity, creative expressions, government, all those things. And there are a lot of different things for fifth house. So all those things will be going to have an effect when Saturn will be transiting to the fifth house from moon. But when we talk about Lagan, it's always related to the body, your wishes and everything. But when we talk about moon, it is always about the emotion in the mind. How your mind and emotions will going to react or behave when Saturn will be transiting to different houses from that moon. That results we will be going to talk, and those results you will be going to experience during this transit. And then you will mix or blend the results of Lagan and your moon Lagan, and you will see what all results you will going to get. Okay, I know it sounds little complex, but it is not if you look it in a very clear manner from different perspective of Lagan and moon Lagan. Okay, so now when Saturn will be transiting fifth house from moon for Libra ascendant. So now we are not going to take into the picture about the ascendant or what is the which house moon is the lord of. We'll just talk about the transit. So fifth house relates to, as I told you, childbirth, speculative business, your romance, your uh, uh, I'm sorry, your creativity, your creative expressions, government, all those things are represented by uh, fifth house. So then now you will, how you will going to behave emotionally, because now it is in the trine, so it is not a bad placement from moon. Because I told you in my previous video that any plan, any uh, the trines and kendra from any planet or any house becomes very important for that particular planet or house. All right, and those will give the good results. If there is any planet sitting in the trine or kendra, or I would say the kendra houses, then it those things becomes very important in analyzing that particular planet or house. So from here, when Saturn will be transiting to fifth, it becomes very important because it will going to give you good results about the fifth house. And also it can give you a good career results also because it is traveling in the trine to moon. So there could be a career change, or maybe a traveling, or it could be a transfer from one job to another. That is also a possibility. All right, and based on other planets placement you can experience some different results, but this is what general things you are going to get. Also, if somebody or someone is expecting or planning for a child, yes, definitely this could be a chance that they can get a childbirth, but that will totally depend upon your original fifth lord, which is the Saturn placement in this particular chart or ascendant. Then how's your Jupiter is placed, those things, because moon here is debilitated in the second house, right? So already there's a mix of emotions, or emotions could be disturbed for a person in this chart, depending upon depending upon how the other planets or things are affecting your moon. Okay, so those results you will be going to get here. Now, when moon will be in the third house of this ascendant, that means Saturn will be transiting to the fourth house. So again, this is a Kendra connection, right? So Kendra connection will going to give you good results because this is the fourth and 10th connection. All right. But what is fourth house? Fourth house is about mother. Fourth house is about vehicles, conveyance, home, homeland, your internal happiness, happiness from the inside, things inside your home. All right, these all things are represented by fourth house. So then Saturn will going to have an effect related to emotions and mind for you related to the things of fourth house. Positively or negatively, I'm not going to talk about that because people then start making a perception, because I don't know about your natal placements and your Saturn and Jupiter and placement, because now Jupiter holds big importance because both planets are in the sign of Jupiter. So that becomes very important. So those things has to be analyzed before making any prediction, but usually it will going to give you the results related to those. Now, when Saturn will be moon will be in the fourth house from ascendant, and it is in the Capricorn sign, Saturn will be transiting third house to it. So now Saturn will going to make an impact on the third house related things like your brothers, sisters, younger siblings, your communication, your efforts, your desires, your hand gestures, your body parts like shoulder, all those things. Short distance travel things will get short distance travel will be on the cards when Saturn will be transiting third to moon. So now you see the beauty. From ascendant you will not be able to make a prediction about the short distance travels or something, because that is not visible from your ascendant. But when you looked at from the moon transit from moon sign, then it is showing you that there could be a chance of short distance travel also from moon, because moon again is a planet of travel and it is traveling third to it. So there are chances that person may have to travel. It could be any travel related to anything, but travel could be there. Okay, and then we have to see because how moon will be behaving. So those things you have to analyze. I'm not going to talk about it because moon will be coming into different signs. So here moon in the 10th house, depending on which nakshatra it would be. But Capricorn moon is always structured. People will always be little more disciplined and structured in their thought process and in the way of doing the things. So then this is again, those things will also come into the picture when we are analyzing the effect of Saturn. Okay. So now moon will be traveling to fifth house of this ascendant in the sign of Aquarius. So Aquarius again is a sign where moon gets little fluctuated, but Saturn will be transiting to second to it. So second to it can take you away from the family, because if you see when we talk about malefics in the second house from ascendant, the same thing we always talk about. The same thing is from the moon also. So it can take you away from the family, or either related to work or anything, or maybe transfer or something else. That could also happen. But again, you have to mix the results of sixth house also with every moon placement I'm talking, because from ascendant it is traveling to sixth house. Okay. So other thing, maybe depending upon your second lord and other things, you may uh, maybe may have a disturbed or a happy emotions or mind related to your family, your income and all those things. That could also be a possibility, because Saturn will going to affect your second house. Now moon, if moon is in the sign of Pisces and Saturn will be transiting, when Saturn will be transiting here, then obviously it is a major Sadhisati period. And when Saturn will transit here, the thing is that Rahu is already is there for some time, and Ketu will also be expecting it. So there could be a chance, there are chances, more chances that person may have a disturbed emotion during those time, because obviously moon is getting disturbed by three malefics, major malefics, Saturn, Rahu and Ketu. So definitely there could be emotional pressure, or mentally you may not feel very good, or may feel a lot of pressure. Either it could be your work, either it could be diseases or law, litigation, loans, your maternal side issues, or anything, career related things, because Saturn will be transiting. So those things can be make you mentally more disturbed, or mental pressure, or either it could be like long working hours or something, whatever it could be, because it's the house of service also. So those things you need to check in, because Lagan also it is in the sixth house, so those things matters. Um, Now when moon is in the seventh house, Saturn will be transiting 12th to it. So 12th from Saturn, 12th from moon again indicates there could be a foreign distance, foreign land travel. There could be losses, but not as in like, not necessarily to be financial. This could be some emotional things related to emotions, or it could be something related to your investment, which could bother you. So those things, when moon will be transiting to Saturn will be transiting from 12 to moon, those things can get majorly affected. All right. So those are the things which we need to take care of, and also the seventh house related things, because Saturn is transiting 12th to 7th. So those things will also come into picture more, because uh, from Lagan it is also in the sixth house, and from moon it is in the 12th house. So both are Dushtana houses, and then it can give you some disturbance related to emotions and mind. Those things have to be checked. Now, when moon will be transiting to 8th house, this is the sign where moon gets exalted. But if we look at from Lagan, then it is in the 8th house. But Saturn will be in the 11th house. So 11th house placement of Saturn is always good. Either it is from the moon sign or from the Lagan. So here Saturn can give you good results related to your network circle, related to your elder siblings, or social networking, or if you're doing any online business or anything like that. Those things can also be get benefited by this transit. But again, moon is in the 8th house and Saturn will be transiting in the 6th house, so those effects will always be there to make a difference. And again, not to be mentioned, you have to see the dispositors placement of Jupiter and Venus for this transit, to see what kind of a results you will going to get. Now when moon will be transiting moon is in the ninth house in the sign of Gemini. uh, and Saturn will be transiting in the 10th house to it. So this is again a good transit, because kendra from the moons are very from moon are very important kendras. Like fourth house is important, then seventh house is more important, and 10th house is the most important house from moon. So definitely things related to your career will going to have a say over here. Maybe a good job change can be there, but again depending upon a lot of other factors. Not for everyone whose moon will be sitting in the Gemini sign for Libra ascendant, they will going to get good job change or things about their career. But yes, chances are very high, because it is 10th and it is also sitting 6th in the 6th from Lagan. So that is also Artha house, and from 10th from moon is also Artha house. So definitely there could be things related to your career. So things will going to make a difference and impact over here. So yes, but do watch out for the dispositors positions. Now when moon is sitting in its own house in the 10th house from ascendant, the Saturn will be transiting 9 to it. So this is also a good trine placement. So career related changes will be good for these people. Emotionally their moon will be balanced, but again we have to see if we have any other negative or malefic influences on moon Saturn transit, then that could make a difference. But otherwise there could be chances of long distance travel, because it's in the ninth house. Maybe things related to your father can also have a say. Just watch out for your father's health. Also, uh, there could be travel or more inclination towards the dharma or religious thing because it's the ninth house. So all those things has to be checked, but with other aspects and other things, we have to analyze those things. Now, when moon will be in the 11th house from ascendant, which is in the sign of Leo, so Saturn will be transiting 8th to it. So now this would again be a little not very good position, because from moon it is 8th and Lagan it is 6th, so both are the Dushtana houses again placement is. So there could be some effects which people can face, both body through their wishes and everything, and through emotionally also. Emotions will also can get disturbed, because there could be sudden ups and downs, as because of 8th house thing. From moon can give you sudden ups and downs in the emotions or thinking or thought process. Maybe you can take a sudden decision, and then you can, if it is a good having a good aspects overall on these houses and planets, then yes, it can make you happy, but otherwise it can be reverse also, and it can make you regret for those decisions. So just be very careful that you should not make any sudden decisions or things related to speculative like stock market, because 8th house is again stock market also. But this could take you or give you an inclination towards astrology or occult, because it is in the 8th from moon, and your mind can take you over there. Maybe you start reading about it, or you start showing into interest into astrology all of a sudden, and or maybe you start visiting to the astrologers more often. That could also be a possibility. Okay, when moon will be in the 12th house from Libra, then it is the Saturn will be transiting 7th to it. So there will be a things or emotions could, or maybe a thought process related to 7th house. Either it could be relationships. Now see the difference. Now from Lagan it is in the 6th house, right? This is all different. And from moon it is in the 7th house. So now matters related to 6th and 7th will going to have their say, right? Either it is your services thing, competition, law, litigation, disease, or other thing could be uh, things related to your marriage, relationship, partnerships, business, your public life. Those things can also, I mean, your inclination can go towards those things, because see, moon again is mind, your thought process. So inclination, where your mind will try to force you to go towards which side. Your body and things can say other things, and you may be experiencing other altogether, but your moon will try to make you incline from inside, that you look into more into this relationship, or you get into a marriage, or you may interact more public, because with more publicly, because 7th house is again the house of masses. So those things can always be there, because moon is something which controls your emotions and your mind. All right. Now, I usually don't say things about moon when sitting in the Lagan, because then both of the Lagans are same, and Saturn will be transiting in the 6th house from to it, and then the things related to 6th house will become more prominent, because both Lagan are same, and Saturn will be transiting to the same house. So then your results will be related to much of the 6th house, not much, but more and more of the 6th house things. So then it will going to show its effect accordingly. Okay. So, all right, guys, this is my analysis for Saturn in the Saturn transit related to different moon signs for Libra Lagan, Libra ascendant. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, share, and comment. I will try to answer as much as possible. So, all right, let's meet in the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.